Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the number one live art streamer today. I am the number one live art streamer in the world. I was about to say I'm the number one live art streamer today. This is like today is the day that I'm going to be the live art streamer of the world, number one, yada yada yada. But no, today we're going to be doing some figure drawing, and we're going to do 10 30-second drawings, 5 1-minute drawings, and 2 5-minute drawings, and then 1 10-minute drawing. And they're just going to be like spitfire, one after the other, after the other, after the other. So like if I don't get a drawing done, it's not because I don't want to, it's because I just don't have enough time. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin the drawing, shall we? Now, before I begin, I just want to say I would really appreciate it if you're really interested in seeing me draw and seeing this type of work being done. Hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And I also want to do one last thing. I am technically out of town, so I am kind of all out of sorts right now. So I just need to check if my audio is working, because I'm not using a headset or a microphone that I have with me. I'm using the camera microphone. So just want to make sure, and it looks like it's good. So we're going to be doing some drawing for about 30 minutes, and hopefully they turn out well. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see here. Let's begin. What's funny about this is the the website I'm using. I'm kind of slow right now. The website I'm using is a figure website that kind of has a self timer on it, and it basically it has a number of figures that I can draw from, and this one has only like, so you can select either anywhere from like male to female figures, clothed, unclothed, action, no action. And just turns out the male figures, there's not a lot of them that you can they don't have a lot of male figures here. And I haven't drawn a lot of male figures as of lately, so it's going to be a change for me. So we're just going to kind of practice. All right, let's kind of get into the motion of drawing. Now, males are going to be a little bit different to draw. They're a little bit, like, obviously they're bulkier. They don't have as much like curvy forms to them. They're more angular and so forth. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of loosen up here, and that's what these 30-second drawings are for. They're here to loosen up. They're not really here to show you or your skill as an artist. They're just kind of here to kind of get you to loosen up here with into as you jump into drawing. Wow. Tell you what, the selection at this website has a much better selection of women figures than they do of male figures. These are like this is second one is a side profile. All right, just keep moving. That's all I can say about this. So you want to just keep moving your pencil and focus on having your pencil move It doesn't matter if the drawing looks good at all, especially in these 30-second ones. You're just here to kind of warm up and kind of get acclimated to these forms and how you kind of render them. Um, so that's all the 30-second drawings are for. Wow, man, there's not a lot of good photos here. All right. So this week I'm going to be doing live streams of drawing nothing but the male figure. So there's going to be it's going to be a bit of a learning curve because I haven't drawn the male figure in a while as well. Been doing mainly female figures, and so there is a different aesthetic, different nuance to how you're doing the forms. You know, it's a little bit different, a little bit of a different approach. As I said, they're more angular, right? There's more angles to the figure, and you can't really exaggerating doesn't work as well on the male figure, at least for me at this point. That was already 30 seconds. Um, because they don't have that those nice like form like pronounced exaggerate like they don't have that hips, those strong curves on them that allow you to exaggerate. If you exaggerate on a male, they're going to look like a superhero. Because you start adding like muscles or like bulging, like maybe you can exaggerate the angle. Maybe you could exaggerate the angle of their muscles so they feel a little bit more, I don't know, deep cut. So it's going to take me a while to kind of get acclimated to drawing the male figure. And this is what I'm going to be doing from now on is like I'm going to be bouncing back from drawing the female figure and the male figure back and forth until, I feel until who knows when. So that's what I'm going to plan on doing is drawing the male and female figure just back and forth from each other. I'm going to have to find a better website to find images that goes through a Rolodex of photos of the male figure because this website doesn't have a lot. It has like 71 photos of male models to draw from that kind of just go around in the sketchbook daily reference page. While the same website on the same token has 300 photos of women to draw from. It's not a lot of male models modeling for the figure. And so that's what it is. This is not going to turn out that well. This is like I have 13 seconds on this one. I'm not going to get much done on here. As I said, I'm kind of just jumping into drawing the male figure and I'm still getting acclimated and it's already done. Hopefully they have better ones. Oh my gosh. This website doesn't have any photos to work from. Like this is the same guy. It's like this website hired the same guy to do like the same photo, the same like profile. Like we want you to uh get on this table and just leap like a frog because this guy's doing he looks like he's gonna leap like a frog. It's so bad. So I am really going to be looking at like another website because they just don't have enough male stock photos to work from. Like this is not good. I don't want to be drawing the same person over and over again. Yeah. All right. Just kind of getting used to drawing again. Every day is a new, like, it's a new page or a new beginning of sorts with drawing. Some days you're like, well, for me, I don't know, like for me, I'm not able to reproduce the same outcome from the previous day all the time. Like, so there's always days I'm like, what is going on? And then there's days that are like, wow, that today these drawings went really smooth. Um, and sometimes it's like has to do with like habits. Oh gosh, like the habits that you have. Some people have like you have like good habits and bad habits. The same when you have good habits and bad habits, like you have a bad smoking habit, or you have a bad drinking habit, or you have a habit of like picking your nails or whatever, picking your nose. Right? Those are very hard. And every day, like when you're drawing, you acquire a bunch of bad drawing habits. And your goal is to constantly always try to correct or rectify them. You know, as you get better, you start getting into a circadian rhythm of like drawing, and sometimes those rhythms are an aesthetic that you're looking for, but they're not necessarily a good thing to be drawing. Yeah, there's not finally a standing photo. Jeez, give me a standing photo all day. I haven't had a single decent photo of the male figure. And that's going to be foreboding because I'm going to be doing this same website for the whole week. Meanwhile, I will be scouting other like websites that goes through like a Rolodex of images, timed images that you can draw from. And I'll use that for later. Oh, this is a 5-minute drawing. I was drawing it like it was a 1-minute drawing. Oh my gosh. What a day. Okay. Well, that's going to change things a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's going to change things a little bit. So I'm going to draw a little lighter. And we're going to do something like this. Okay. Now let's get this arm in here. Like this, maybe like that. He's holding like a stick. Kind of move something like that. There's a shoulder blade muscle kind of bulging right here because he's twisting his like his arm behind his back, and that's kind of an awkward pose for a guy, especially if you have like a big back muscle, some like large back muscles, you know. So here we go, just kind of drawing here. Not a lot to talk about, just focusing on the figure here. Oh, 1 minute, 20 seconds. I think I don't have a lot of time here. I'm just gonna kind of do a few things. Maybe I don't have enough time to really work on the legs. So we're just gonna leave the legs as is, like this, kind of cut them off. And then we're going to add some value, just kind of express what I'm seeing value-wise. Trying to make my brush bigger. Like that. It's all right. Good. We're starting to get used to some things here. What's my brush size here? 15 pixels. Let's go 9 pixels here. Now, this is a sitting pose. Finally, some good poses. It's like they saved the last, like the best poses for last, because the other ones were, so they were like they weren't good. They weren't good. They were not good. These are actually decent poses to work from. I'm gonna draw looser. I'm gonna try to draw looser. Like this, just kind of drawing figure here. Now I'm feeling like I'm actually kind of getting better. I'm getting used to the figure or drawing now because I'm kind of warmed up now. And it really is important. I can't stress it enough. When you're drawing, you really are, there is a phase of just like awkwardness, you know? It's like anything. So it really is important to warm up when you're doing these drawings. Unfortunately, I'm getting a little too micro with this drawing. This is a really nice one. And I got, not gonna lie, there's a lot of shenanigans happening outside of this area, and it's really distracting. It's really distracting. I'm just trying to. There we go. Let's kind of keep going here. So as I said, it takes me a while. It takes me a while to really just get acclimated. So it's really a bad thing for me because when I do these live streams, um, there's like 20 minutes of garbage, 20 minutes of just like me navigating the drawing world, navigating me drawing, and then near the end, is where like a lot more of the magic happens, you know, a lot more like the visual things that I've been trying to kind of work on start clicking. And that's because as I kind of get into this mental state of drawing, I can, and as I get past the fact that I'm live streaming, get past um, some of the distractions that are occurring externally, you know, because sometimes there's things that are occurring externally outside of my own control. That's when I can start to really focus on the drawing. Now, not don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things happening outside. And I mistimed it. I spent the whole time just kind of getting everything set up for this live stream, and then I just kind of timed it wrong. I was hoping that was, I don't know. I just kind of timed it wrong. Timed it wrong always. It's always that always seems to happen. Right. So this is a pretty good 5-minute drawing. Don't like this one, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work with what we got. So this is a 10-minute drawing. It's a 10-minute drawing now. Let me see something. I want to check. No, never mind. We'll worry about that later. So it's a 10-minute drawing. And maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Like maybe do a little bit of like the ball method where they make the ball to create the hips and the torso. Or maybe I just kind of go with what I'm doing lately, which has been just kind of lightly drawing some of the landmarks that I'm seeing on the figure and going from there, you know. So maybe I'll just do that. Just kind of play around with that. Like that. Just kind of do something like this. Yeah, it's not bad. This figure's like in like dark cast shadows, so I can kind of get away with probably some things later on. I'm doing a bit of exaggeration of the male muscles. Let's see here, get this kind of. Alrighty, let's see. So what's weird about this figure is there is no like placement of the like where he's putting most of his weight on, most of his weight. He's kind of his legs are doing like a V. So, and it's almost like he's placing a lot of both his like his body weight on both of the feet, more like they're so like evenly placed. So it makes for an awkward pose because it whenever you're drawing the figure, you want to kind of establish where he might that figure is putting more weight, and it feels like maybe he's putting a lot of his weight just on like on both feet, if that makes any sense. Another thing about males, drawn from the male figure, is because they don't have those curves, you can't the the angles are subtle. It's hard to kind of really anyways. something like this, kind of this arm here. Man, I'm messing up totally. So this whole week's going to be a challenge for me because I'm going to have to spend time getting used to the male figure and how I can organize my time to get like more drawn. Not enough time. Okay, I have 4 minutes. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe fix this head. Put the ear right here. Maybe just start adding some details. I'm not gonna get the legs. Just not. I'm gonna avoid them today. Lots happening right now. It's kind of throwing me off. So we're just gonna, oops. All right. Well, this is not turning out too well. It's all right though. It's all right. So learning experience. You learn a little bit. So what I did, I know I've done a few things wrong. I didn't make the torso long enough. Um, well, I know that I didn't make the torso long enough. I didn't get to the legs. Drawing the male figure is a new thing for me. Not new thing for me, but like after doing so many female figures for a week and a half or so, jumping into a new thing is a little bit different. So I'm kind of having to re-navigate some of these old tendencies that I used to be very familiar with. And once I get there, it'll start showing. It's going to take me a little while, but I think there will be some major headway real soon. You know, there will be some growth. there will be some improvement very soon here. At least I think there will be. Who knows? I like to think that there's something that I'm improving in some form or another each day and so forth. Anyways, so I got like a few minutes left, like 40 seconds left, just enough to kind of play around with play around with some marks and so forth. Just give me enough time to kind of yeah. So I managed to kind of get something out of this, and that's all you can ask for, and that's all you can hope for. And there's always going to be days that you're going to be a little bit tight, like drawing wise. I was a little bit more comfortable than today than I was yesterday, even though I kind of jumped into a different genre of art, a different gender, like of drawing, like a different person. Like I went from males to like females to males, and I'm gonna be doing that this week. But I'm not as uncomfortable as I was yesterday, where I was trying to draw where the circumstances, where my computer tower was right, basically on my shins. It was basically, it might as well have been on my lap because that's what it felt like. Now I was able to move it to the side and able to work with what I got a little bit better. So I was a little bit more comfortable. Let me sign this 21 day. What is it? Is it 295 or 296? Maybe 295. I don't know. I thought I did 295 already. Anyways, I think it's day 296. I'll fix that later on. I hope you have a wonderful day. Or we'll do this right here. Or 296. I don't know. I don't know which day it is. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's live art stream. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. I got to get going. There's lots of things happening right now, and I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel and or Twitch channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Cheers. This is Pierson. Let me find this.